everybody, Trevor here, and welcome to my first unboxing video of 2024. And today, we're going to be looking at not one, not two, but three Trackmaster push-along Thomas items. The first one we'll be looking at is the new and improved Emily with the number 12 on her tender. Here we go. Now, the reason this is an improvement over the original is because of the number 12, as I said before. And in season 24, in that one episode where Emily becomes the hero, she was given the number 12 as a reward for her heroism. However, despite this slight improvement, there is one small problem. The middle drive wheel right here. It should have been bigger. At least the All Engines Go version got that one right, but why not this one too? I just don't get it. But other than that, this is a slight improvement over the original push-along model because of the number 12 on the tender. And because of that, I'm giving this a 9.5 out of 10 stars, just to be nice. But at the same time, the middle drive wheel could have been much bigger, just like the All Engines Go version, which I'm not going to get, by the way. Now, the next one we're going to look at is something bad, and that would be the Graffiti James. Let's look at the positives first. I do like the graffiti designs on each side, because it says James on one side, and then the number 5 on the other side. And I also like the stars on both sides and on top. The bubbles look kind of cool too. However, there's one big problem, and that would be the lack of a tender. I mean, James is a tender engine, not a tank engine. I really don't understand why they didn't add a tender to this model along with the Graffiti Gordon. I just seriously don't get it. Mattel, do you really think kids are that stupid? Because they're not. Not all kids are stupid, you know. So yeah, overall, this is a pretty bad model. I would only recommend getting this along with the Graffiti Gordon if you want to add a tender to each of them, which is why I got this too. Yeah, so therefore, I give this like a 2 out of 10 stars, because it's not that great, especially without a tender. Now let's look at the big one. The Sodor Favorites 10-pack. There are a few reasons why I bought this. For one thing, I wanted to get an extra Gordon tender and an extra James tender. And the second reason is I wanted to get the regular versions of Annie and Clarabelle, which I've been wanting for a very long time. And the third and final reason is the exclusive Golden Thomas with a CGI face, which I think looks better than the All Engines Go version, no offense. So anyway, let's get these babies out. Okay. Now let's take a closer look at these exclusive items. As I said about the Golden CGI Thomas, this is better than the All Engines Go version. And I love the shiny metallic gold on the sides and the top and the back. I especially like the golden wheels too, although they're not metallic wheels, but that's okay. It still looks really nice. And fun fact, this is my 10th push-along Thomas model. Just thought I'd point that out there. And now for the biggest reason why I decided to buy this pack is to get the regular versions of Annie and Clarabelle. And as you can see, they look just like the ones in the show, with Annie and Clarabelle on each of their sides. Yeah, so overall, these models look really cool. And if you want to get regular versions of Annie and Clarabelle for push-along, then I highly recommend getting the Sodor Favorites 10-pack. But unfortunately, they're only exclusive to this pack because budget cuts, I guess. Yeah, I don't know really why they didn't release the regular versions of Annie and Clarabelle individually, because I thought they looked really cool and stuff. But at least I got them now. Now, not much to say about these regular models here, but I'm glad I got another Gordon just to get the tender for the Graffiti Gordon, as well as for James, so I can use this tender for this model of James right here, so he looks complete. And not much to say about this model of Emily either, aside from it's not as good as the later version, which is this. Yeah. And Rebecca, I already got Rebecca, but she looks really nice, even in push-along form, at least in my opinion, at least. Same thing goes for Percy and Nia. As for Harold's model, it's basically just a rehash of the previous incarnations of the Take and Play and Adventures models. In other words, it's exactly the same as those models from those ranges. And I thought that's kind of lazy, but other than that, it still looks okay. At least the propellers move nicely. And the face looks nice too. I can't get it to focus. Here we go. So yeah. And because of these reasons alone, I'm giving this 10-pack like a 7 out of 10 stars. Sure, most of the models do look nice, except maybe this model of Harold, which is just a rehash of the Take and Play and Adventures models, as well as this original Emily without the number 12. Yeah, and unfortunately, the Annie and Clarabelle are exclusive to this pack, so you can't get them individually. But hey, the Golden Thomas makes it worth buying as well. So in conclusion, this is a 9.5 out of 10, a 2 out of 10, and this 10-pack is a 7 out of 10. Do I highly recommend getting these? Well, only if you're a big fan of the CGI series, as well as Big World, Big Adventures in general. And also, if you want to get the Graffiti James and Graffiti Gordon, I suggest you get another Gordon and James just to get their respective tenders for those models, which is still lazy on Mattel's part, in my opinion. But still, I'm very happy about what I got in the mail today. This is Trevor Davis, signing off.